Love to drink an alcoholic beverage on stream, sure.
I'm doing it.
Hello,
Here
sixth
we are.
graders. Oh.
Is it working?
I'm working. Are you working?
I'm not
dying
choking on
inside.
wine. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, welcome in, everybody.
Well, this has totally turned into a very, very tech-savvy kind of night.
For those of you not watching this live on Twitch, we are almost an hour and a half late because our broadcasting software would not work. We tried everything. We restarted. We tried different web browsers. I deleted scenes and sources. I made new scenes and sources. I swapped scenes and sources. And then eventually what worked was doing the same thing over and over again. So, yeah, we normally start this at 9 Eastern, and we are currently, as I am speaking, 10:26.
And I'm not going to tell you Viper's screen is frozen, but I can still hear him. So
I'm not frozen on the
on the stream. Everyone can hear and see.
Yep. So we're good.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Tentatively.
Swig of Dr. Pepper Blackberry for the
I'll cheer to that.
I'll drink my stevia water.
How's that going for you?
Obligatory health update. I think as of now, I am 24 pounds.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
They check any blood work or anything like that?
No, I don't even have a doctor's appointment until next month. I'm just
okay.
doing on my own.
No, that's fine. But for everybody that is not watching this live, good moment. Going to be something that we start because of time zones and happy time zones and good moment. In case you're watching the video on demand, aka the VOD. VOD. Remember when Taz used to say that all the time? That's where I got that from. Oh, he don't know Taz.
It's not the Tasmanian devil.
I assumed it wasn't.
But wouldn't that be ironic if it were? Didn't he have like some Taz gear at one point? Or am I like making that up?
He
in
was
my
the
head
Tasmanian.
Right. Well, the Tasmaniac.
Tasmaniac.
Yeah, and then they shortened it to Taz. And then when he went to the WWF, he needed to be super cool, so they added a Z, so he was Taz.
Because of copyright reasons.
What, did they really copyright the name Taz? I just figured it was an extra Z to be cool and hip and pop and fresh.
No, it's Warner Brothers.
Oh, that.
Oh, hang on.
Just like they couldn't King Kong Bundy, and just like they spelled Rhino with a Y.
Yeah. All right, so
I know.
we'll go ahead and actually start what we were meaning to start. The Nintendo Direct is probably the first thing we'll talk about.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Matt, you didn't get to see it yet.
Not yet. But I heard all I wanted to hear, baby.
You heard all you wanted to hear, which we'll get into that.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie, do you have a list of everything that they did announce?
I have a list of everything that I gave a crap about.
Okay. No.
Hey, that works for me.
That's perfectly fine, because if you did miss something out, we'll fill in the gaps, but I really don't think that you miss much. So.
No, it wasn't that exciting of an update. I think they buried the lead on the thing that I cared the most about, and they really kind of killed my hopes for anything else. So they just kind of, in the middle of all of it, just like, oh yeah, here's another trailer for Metroid Prime 4. By the way, it comes out in December. They didn't make it like a major thing or at all. It was just kind of, here it is. Also, Samus has a motorcycle now, and there's some new amiibo coming out, so here you go. But that makes me very skeptical that we're never getting a remaster of 2 and 3 now. Because if 1 was remastered 4 years ago and 4 comes out in 3 months, I'm losing a little bit of hope on that one. Unless they come out this...
Do we know if the same team that's remastered 1 is doing 4? And maybe that's why they can't do
4. 4 is being done by Retro Studios, who originally made the first 3 games.
Yeah, that's
so I don't know. Yeah. But I do know there's 2 new amiibo coming out in November, and then a 3rd one coming out on launch with the game. So I'm wondering if they'll like shadow drop the games when those amiibo come out. That's all I can hope for,
Huh.
because I would love to play Echoes and Corruption again without having to break up my Wii U.
Yeah,
That's
it's
another
probably
thing is
illegal to whip out
See,
your Wii.
I've never played a Metroid Prime game.
That's what
So-
bothers me. 2 was originally for GameCube, and it was remade for the Wii on a collection, and then ported to the Wii U for a collection. But if you didn't own any of those consoles or don't still own those consoles, those games came out like, 15 to 20 years ago, and now you're going to make a fourth installment, and you expect people to know what's going on with no access to these games?
Yeah.
It's kind of stupid. But, yeah. Far be it for me to judge Nintendo's business practices.
Right? I mean, Nintendo has a monopoly. Oh, I think
Nintendo, our overlord and savior.
Um,
Hey, can someone explain amiibos to me like I'm 5? Because I really don't understand what they're for, other than, hey, look at this cool thing on a statue.
So an amiibo has a little chip inside of it.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. It's called an end tag, but I think it also has something else. It's essentially the same function that works inside of your phone, to where you can like tap them and you can like transmit pictures and stuff. I know
Yeah.
there's a setting on your phone. I can't remember, and I do not remember what it's called. But essentially that's what's in the bottom of an amiibo, and they basically just have data written inside them, so if a game's compatible with that data, it can read it. And it's easily spoofable, so you can buy little end tag cards and stickers online, and you can write data. I have a database of like every amiibo prior to like 2022 on my old phone, and I can make any amiibo I want to.
So, does the Switch have the capability to scan for that or whatever?
yeah.
The Switch itself, I think it's inside the left Joy-Con underneath the thumbstick, and if on the
Oh.
Pro Controller, it's actually I've got one in front of me. It's right here where the logo is. There's a reader inside of it.
And so you just scan it like you're a tap to pay kind of thing?
Yeah.
And it's faulty as
Okay.
crap. It doesn't work half the time.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't have any. I don't ever use them. I don't really play games that they are featured in.
Okay. So I say that because I found this Pokemon thing, or this Squirtle, in a lot of like little Pokemon guys, and I know he's an amiibo. I just don't know what to
So
use him for.
he's probably in
super
Smash.
cute.
That one is
He's
only used
probably
for
in
Smash
Smash.
Brothers. Where did you get it
Yeah.
at, though?
It was
He's
at a little
probably-
thrift store with a handful of like little Pokemon,
I
like
hate
the
you
old homies.
because like 4 years ago, I went to a flea market trying to find someone selling those and not knowing what they had, and no one had them. I found 3 different weed stands, but I couldn't find any amiibo anywhere.
Hey, there's a market for both. He's
It
a
is
little
what
cute
it
guy.
is.
He's
That
not
Venn
my
diagram is a circle.
he's not my perfect. He's not my starter Pokemon choice, but he's a good
Well,
one.
he's
Yeah,
the only
we know.
starter that there's amiibo of, like actual.
There's not a Bulbasaur?
It's Ivysaur and Charizard.
Oh, I quit.
I quit. You didn't even start yet.
I don't care. I quit anyway. Bulbasaur's number 1 in the Pokedex and number 1 in my heart.
So the big thing that Nintendo Direct featured this morning was Mario. I mean, they spent 20 minutes on Mario
There's
because
that.
it is going to be the the 40th year that Mario has been in existence.
Yeah.
And before that, it was Jumper Plumber Boy. You know.
That was my nickname in college.
But
So-
I thought some things looked pretty cool.
By the way, this
You
isn't
know,
a
we're-
vape pen. This is a screwdriver. I thought I should just elaborate on that. See, it's a screwdriver.
Okay, Boomer.
Okay, Boomer.
Hey, we were going from the pod discussion to the anyway. What is it? I saw Mario Wonders coming to Switch too.
Yeah. So
Yeah, and there's a new Mario Tennis game that looks pretty cool.
I liked Mario Tennis, and
Coming to the
I'll get to that later. But carry on.
I'm willing to get the Yoshi game, but I'm skeptical.
The Yoshi game
because
looked really cool.
I don't know if it's going to be like Yoshi's Island or like Yoshi's Story. And the nostalgia in
it's
me
gonna
is
be
like
more of the
Yoshi's
story.
story was cool, but playing it today is like, what was the point of this game?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
Yoshi's Island was way better, but I don't know. We'll see.
I was hoping for like a Yoshi RPG.
That would be good. I was hoping for like a sequel, an actual sequel to Super Mario RPG, because they remade it after all these years, and like, what's the purpose besides?
I
just
still haven't
doing
played
it?
through it yet, but that is on my list
It's
to play through.
so much fun.
Well,
Love
I
that
remember
game.
playing it on an emulator when I was a kid, and I didn't really understand like why this was all turn-based and stuff. It wasn't a normal Mario game.
Yeah.
I just
And it's
love
on
the.
my SNES Classic. I've played a little bit through it and got a couple hours in.
To this day, I love it alone just for the Final Fantasy reference.
Oh, okay. Well, let's not spoil
Oh, I won't.
references.
Don't spoil it. 19 or 20. Was it 29-year-old game?
Nearest dies.
Damn,
There are people who still don't know that. You should really not say that.
Damn you.
Or does she? Have you played Rebirth yet? I've said too much.
No.
I've said too much.
Dude, they're gonna pull a fast one like Walking Dead, and when instead of them just popping Negan,
It's
they're gonna
the
pop something
dumpster.
I think I am wanting to play both Remake and Rebirth next year. Probably.
Stream it, and I'll be there every night.
I think I'm gonna stream it.
Do it. Or you could always wait till the new version comes out on Switch too, because they'll probably update the other versions, and they're going to basically put an easy mode on to where you can't.
I don't want to drop that much money for a Switch 2, so...
No, I think they're going to update the PlayStation versions probably alongside it.
Okay.
See, that's another thing. I don't. Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, do I have to? I mean, the whole remake of Final Fantasy VII's kind of confused me anyway. I know it's not like the complete story, and I know there was a several disc long journey to begin with.
I will say this in the most concise way possible without spoiling anything. The Final Fantasy VII remake is a double entendre. On the surface level, it is a remake, a technical remake from the game, but in a meta sense, it is remaking the story. So it is at surface level, it is a remake of the game, but it diverges, and there's a reason for it. So if you're familiar with the original game, go into it. But I think if you're not, you should play the original one.
I've only played the original once, and I don't think that I went all the way through it.
Neither did I.
And I got pretty far into Remake, but I definitely have to replay Remake to know what's going on for
Reestablish the
Rebirth.
reasoning for the remastered remake.
And not to sound like it's a what do you call it, a Disney Marvel homework list of things you have to do to appreciate things. But if you've never played Crisis Core, you should play that as well before you play Rebirth.
Oh yeah,
So that's between Remake and Rebirth, or is that before Remake?
Either play it before or after Remake, but only if you've played the original. Because the whole game of Crisis Core is a spoiler for the original game.
Okay.
So.
And that was on the PSP, though.
Yes, but now it's on all modern consoles remade.
Okay.
And it plays and looks better. The only thing is they use the new voice actors, and it makes me miss the old one because Rick Gomez was my dude. But
see, what other Mario type things I'm trying to think of?
Did they say anything new Zelda? Because I'm still waiting for them to release
the Age of Calamity.
They did another Warriors
War
game.
Yeah, Hyrule Warriors.
They did 3 separate Warriors games.
Yep.
They did the Highland Warrior, or the Hyrule Warriors, another Dynasty Warriors,
Age of Calamity, and then now the
One Piece.
War. Oh, they're talking about the Zelda period. Oh, you meant today?
No, like,
oh God, I meant, like, gotcha.
No, like 3 different warrior type games coming out.
Like One Piece Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah.
I missed that one. I didn't see that one. I had to keep pausing though. I was at work when I was listening.
I know
to it.
of One Piece. I think I watched the intro, and then I watched the intro or the first episode, and I watched the first episode with live action, and it sounds appealing, but I don't know if I want to dip through 20 years worth of lore.
I haven't started One Piece at all. I'm not too big into anime.
I'm not either, to be
animes
brutally honest.
I started watching Naruto again the other day. I'm like, I've never finished this show. I always get to like the last 40 episodes and so for some reason stop. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna finally watch it.
There's some anime movie that's getting a limited release this weekend that's supposed to like make bank at the box office, and they were talking about it on the radio this morning. Could I tell you the title of it? Nope.
Nope.
But like $60 to $80 million kind of situation. So
yeah, I've been watching
crazy.
Fearin', I think is how you say it, on Netflix. It's really good. It's kind of have that mystical adventure type anime.
No anime for me, but I know Emily, my wife, is currently watching something about the summer I turned pretty and yada yada bing bong, and she sobs when she watches it, and I just pat her on the head and say it's okay.
Yeah.
I can't say anything because there are some games that still make me emotional.
I mean, there are some games that make me emotional too.
But I'm not into the whole teen drama and
slice of life.
Yeah, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Any
Just
other
waiting on that Wind Waker HD, man. I need it in my life.
Well, I'll tell you what's not coming, at least anytime soon. That or Twilight Princess. Or, let's be honest, the biggest letdown that was not announced today, a new Animal Crossing game. Come on. It's been
there is a new
years since it was
fake
announced.
Animal Crossing game.
Oh, Tomodachi Life. I did not care
No,
about that.
not that one. The Donkemon.
Oh yeah.
Dunk. Isn't that a snack in your lunch from
it's
the
based in Australia?
Yeah, I saw that. I can't remember what it's called. I don't need any more farm sims. I just need more Animal Crossing.
Oh,
and the last
speaking
one
of
was
farm
announced
sims,
in 2019.
Let's break this down, shall we? All right, let's get a little personal. There is a new Pokemon game.
I saw one screenshot of that, and I have no idea what's going on other than
like
it exists.
The Poketopia thing or something like that?
Yes. Okay, so it's Pokemon. It's Let's Go Ditto version. It is Minecraft style, and it's a farming simulator.
Color me intrigued.
Who asked for all this? Nobody asked for it.
Who asked for
8-year-olds?
Who asked to play as Ditto?
Oh no, his papaw's coming out.
Changing into a human character to control other Pokemon, to do work for them, and then add a farming simulator on top of that. It's intriguing.
Pokopia, that's what it's called.
What's that Johnny Bravo meme? I'm sickened but curious.
Nobody asked for that.
Speaking of things nobody asked for, can I drop the bombshell on this one?
Sure.
Drop it.
Yes, because my body is ready for the Virtual Boy to come.
There it is.
The world. I loved having a Virtual Boy as a kid. And if it tells you anything, my mom and dad bought one for each, my brother and me. And no wonder they're financially unstable. But, it was, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's a peripheral Nintendo created in, I want to say, the mid-90s. I was probably...
Oh, you should definitely see how it hooks up now. Like, you have to have the glasses and everything.
Was it really mid-90s? I thought it was earlier than that.
It was big because I was born in 89, and I remember sitting at my coffee table, and my mother, who wasn't a gamer, she spent hours in it. But
did it come out after the Super Nintendo? Because that was out in like 93.
It was in the same time frame. I remember being in elementary school when it happened. Yeah. But you would have a little vertical stand for it to sit on a desk, a table, whatever. You would have a visual thing you would have to put your head into, like binoculars. And inside it was this red and black infrared 3-dimensional thing. There was a knob on the top of the screen that I didn't really know what it did as a kid, so I just messed with it. And it came with, I think, altogether, there were 14 titles. 14 titles. And they were cartridge-based, and you slid it in under the back of the console. It would run on batteries that you would have in the controller, or you could plug it up to a power source. And there was some great stuff on there. Like Viper mentioned tennis earlier. There was a Mario Tennis game that I played a lot of. There was a Mario Clash, which was essentially that Mario Brothers, the old school like battleground where you had the POW blocks and you knock all the guys off the thing. We had a boxing game called Telero Boxer, and I remember getting to like the third or fourth.
They showed that one on the.
Saw that one. Yeah, that game pissed me off as a kid because I could never beat. I think that one guy they showed in the direct. I'm like, oh, my mortal arch nemesis, time to crush you as an adult. But, and the one my mom played a lot, they had a Wario game before he did all his weird little mini game things. I think there was several Mario or Wario platforming games on the Game Boy and stuff. So don't know if that was a sequel or what, but it played super well too. And with this option they're having sometime, I guess, early in 2026, I think February. It's like 2 weeks before Resident Evil Requiem. Yay. But you will have the ability to put your Switch or your Switch 2 within the confines of this little holder. You can use your Joy-Cons attached to the little handheld gimmicky thing. And I'm curious to see how well it adapts to that. There's also going to be a $20 cardboard version. I guess they had enough of those Nintendo Labo things laying around to repurpose. So if you want to be a cheap boy, you can buy one of those. But since I have not been able to find my childhood Virtual Boy, you bet your sweet bippy I'm going to buy this thing because I am beyond excited over it. What say you, boys?
I couldn't care less about.
I think yours no on that one
because I never had one.
Yeah,
and it looks like the all red is like feels like it would give me a fever dream if I tried to stare at it. Like it already hurts my head enough to use my VR2 headset long enough. I could not imagine shoving an OLED in my eyeballs and it'd be an all blood red.
Oh, come on, you had to be there, man.
I mean, I was.
So I've tried some of the like games on emulator and stuff, and I have no clue what I'm doing, and it just hurts my eyes with all that red, and I even enjoy red and black together, but I don't know, it just
because that's the Wolfpack colors. Don't turn your back in the Wolfpack.
Well, red and black are great colors, but they don't instill calmness. I mean, there's a reason that all week I've been playing horror games. I just bathe this room in red light. It's not to make you feel welcome and invited.
Well, I mean, most of my color schemes are black and red.
Mm-hmm.
Black and red, black and red, black and red.
I'm trying to think of anything else that caught my eye.
I can tell you some
Final Fantasy VII coming to the Switch 2.
And Xbox 2 is, which will be cool, so everyone can finally play it now if you didn't have a PlayStation 4 or 5. Which, funny enough, I pretty much bought a PS5 to play that and Silent Hill.
Good life choice.
I bought one to play Final Fantasy 16.
I need to play that as well.
It's so good. I love it.
Dragon Quest 7 is getting reimagined.
Yes.
So
there's a lot of... 7 must be a good number, because there's Final Fantasy 7 Remake getting all the guts and glory, and, it's been doing that for 5.5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then, Dragon Quest 7 comes out, and it looks good. It looks really good.
I got that. Power Wash Simulator 2 is finally allegedly coming out this year. It still doesn't have a concrete date. And you can do like couch co-op and like
online co-op.
New features like different tools and stuff, and like you can like unlock furniture and decorate your own like headquarters and stuff. So it's kind of like a little. So that sounds kind of like a fun little addition. Let's see. Fatal Frame 2 is getting a remake.
Yes, I did see that.
That'll be cool because that's on my list of little mini series to work on. Dragon Quest as well. And then even though I don't have it yet because I don't have a Switch 2 if I ever get one, the DK Bonanza is getting that DLC with the island from Donkey Kong 64.
I don't know if that's a paid or a free deal.
I don't know, but just hearing the island music from DK64 was like, man, take me back to 2000. Oh, I missed that game. I never could beat it, but I loved it. Remember the Donkey Kong rap?
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. I never had the expansion pack, so when I rented it from Blockbuster, I didn't realize I couldn't play it.
Oh, and one other thing that was not announced as part of the Direct, but was still somehow, I think, announced today, ironically enough, Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection. So we now have all of the Legacy collections except for Legends, the one I'm really wanting.
I was going to say, you're the Mega Man aficionado, I think. So is this
I don't know. I don't
Star
know
Force is actually
much
the
about Mega Man.
only series I never played. It's a sequel to Battle Network.
I remember hearing Battle Network because my brother played it. It was a PlayStation game. Yes.
This Game Boy.
Is that what you played earlier?
Yeah, I
in the
played it.
Okay.
Like back in maybe the beginning of the year. I never I finished the story on it, but there's a secret boss that ties into the second game, and you have to get like all the battle chips. And I did not want to grind that on stream, and then I got busy. I never went back and did it. I still have the figures sitting right here beside me that I was using as a prop. But there's 6 games in the first series, and then 3 in the Star Force. But it's like Pokemon. There's multiple versions of each one. So
Yeah.
But no, literally we have the regular series, X, Star Force, Battle Network, Zero, ZX. We have all those now except for Legends. It's the only one they have not put in a collection, and that sucks. And I hope they do, because if they leave it up to Capcom to just port it to the network, we're not getting trophies. Capcom has showed us that they do not care about trophy support on their old games.
Looks at Resident Evil 2 and 3.
I thought you guys froze because you both were completely still, like insanely still. You're like,
Oh, my bad.
Well, you both are currently frozen on my screen too. But as long
Yeah.
as I can hear you, I don't give a rat's patooters. So.
this has been going so well tonight.
Hey,
But-
at least we got it to happen.
Yeah, that's the magic.
I see Sebastian just came in here. Oh, you
Ooh,
can
I
see him in
see
the background.
Kitty.
There's Sebastian.
Hi, Kitty.
I forgot how wide that angle is. Yeah, come here, buddy.
Hi, Kitty.
Me, yeah.
Everyone loves you. Get over
You're
here.
gonna have to see. You're gonna have to describe the cat because I cannot see as I am frozen, and you are frozen. We're all frozen.
Black and white spotted cat. Lovable. Cutie patootie.
Super
Okay,
sweet.
okay.
Best cat ever.
Okay. I'm digging it.
One game that Matt will like is there is a new Resident Evil game. Or
No way. Is there really? What's it
I'm
called?
seeing no
Resident Evil, is it like
requiem.
Serenade? Is it Bossa Nova?
No, the villains fall, the kingdoms never weep.
it's not the one that he knows about though.
No one lights a candle to remember. Wait, no, Resident Evil Village and 7 are coming to Switch too, I think I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're coming together as a package. But there's
Meh.
another one. I forgot the name of it though.
Other than Requiem?
Oh,
Is that the
blonde-
name of it?
were you being
the blonde-
serious? I thought you were just being sarcastic, like you didn't know about it.
No,
No, they announced Requiem like a month or two ago.
Yeah.
Which is what
I know
killed me.
because I was with Matt whenever they were.
Oh yeah, I was walking in the door and I was like, Daniel, take a
Oh,
look
I'm
at
sorry.
that."
I was with Doc whenever.
Oh yeah, I mean Vipper McGillicuddy. Rusty Shackleford.
It's like, but that's what it seemed like. So much of the direct was like, "Hey, here's 5 minutes devoted to a game that's been announced already by someone else." But
Now we're
This
slapping
one
that
looked a
good
little
old
bit
Nintendo
different, though.
badge.
what's that?
So is that the? This one looked a little bit different though.
This
I
is
think
a
it
numbered
was
title
technically a
of the
new
series.
trailer.
Yeah, there was new
Oh,
stuff
okay.
in the trailer we hadn't seen yet, and it is a
Okay.
numbered title. So
Maybe I'm
Big-
getting it mixed up with the new Silent Hill one. Then.
Silent Hill F comes out in like 2 weeks, and we haven't heard anything else about that one because
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm
It's
thinking
not
I'm
coming
getting
to.
those mixed up in my mind.
As far as I know, it's not coming to Nintendo. It's strictly PS5 and Series X.
no, Nintendo would sniff it and blow up because it'd be too graphically painful for it. I bet.
It looks good, but I am very nervous about it being too combat focused, and I don't know how.
That's kind of how Silent Hill 2 was, and I was okay with it.
It was done in a way that I don't know, something about it I didn't mind too much. I don't know.
I still need to play Silent Hill 2.
You
Brother,
really do.
yeah, you do. It
You really
really
do.
is just.
You should
the
do it for
bees-
October.
the beesiest of knees.
I got other things planned in October.
Called Silent Hill 2.
I'm gonna be doing Silent Hill F and Luto, and then whatever other time I have. So I've got some. I actually made an account on how long to beat today, and I'm compiling all the games I want to do. That way, I get estimates of how long they are, so I figure how many streams it would roughly take, so I can kind of make a schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So I probably won't be in the Silent Hill F ones, just because I don't want to get spoiled.
You're fine.
If
That's
I do.
totally cool.
Spooky things happen to little Japanese girl. The end.
It almost looks like The Grudge.
The biggest reason
Yeah,
I
I
want to
can
play the
see it.
game is just to find out why they're using the Forte symbol. I want to know if it has anything with music
It's
or if
gotta
it's just.
have to do something. You would
It's
think.
just. But
Because
also,
legit, I mean, that's what it looks like. It's an Italian Forte marking, you know.
yeah, and that's why I'm the most. The thing I'm most concerned about though is, I don't know if you guys played the short message or not.
I did.
It wasn't very good, but it's
I did
free.
not.
But they really leaned in heavily on. I don't want to make this the Silent Hill podcast, but I'm going to nerd out for a minute. We'll call this my weird hobby.
Welcome to Silently Speaking.
The original Silent Hill had nothing to do with what everyone thinks the game series is about. The original Silent Hill was simply a spooky story about a kid that goes missing and about a girl who has psychic powers and can summon a cult's god demon thing. The second game was the one that tapped into the idea of an otherworldly presence being sentient. And because they wanted to try to do something different. Think about like Halloween 3 when they ditched Michael Myers because they wanted to be anthological and people lost their minds. Because people don't realize this. Silent Hill 2 was not a blowout success when it came out. People kind of didn't like it. It's now been widely regarded as the best horror game of all time, but at the time people were just kind of like, it's a good game, but whatever. So that's why, because of that, Team Silent immediately recapitulated and made 3 a sequel to number 1 because they were afraid that to keep going off on this thing. But anyway, so the whole what is this town about thing has always kind of been like, is it about a demon? Is it about a cult? Is it about a town that's sentient? My point is, it's always been about the town. Well, 4 did not take place in Silent Hill. It took
Boy,
place
did it not.
Adjacent to Silent Hill and was about like the only connection really there was the main antagonist and just events and stuff. The characters knew of the town. It wasn't that far away. Not really important. No one really thought anything about the town because it felt like a different kind of game. And then after that, all the other games went back to Silent Hill. Well, Short Message takes place in Germany. And they even specifically, not only do they talk about the COVID-19 pandemic, which really just takes me out of when any medium talks about COVID, just feels really weird. We like to forget that that's a real thing. But they talk about what they literally call the Silent Hill phenomenon, where the influence of the town seeps out into other parts of the world. And I'm like, you're really overplaying your hand on this one. And that's what I'm wondering if F will do, because F takes place in the 80s.
I thought it was the
60s. 60s, sorry.
Okay.
The first Origins was 80s. 60s in Japan. And I'm like, so where is this tying into? And I'm really nervous that they're just going to try to make it. It's like, oh, Silent Hill's not important. The entire world is effed up. And I'm like, okay.
Maybe that's what the F's for. Effed up. Silent Hill. Effed up.
Silent Hill Freak
Effed up.
Nation. So, I don't know. My little mini tangent for the night. But
I'm trying
We'll
to think
see.
if there's anything else that was worth talking about during the direct.
I'm backpedaling like ever so slightly about the Silent Hill 2 release date and how it was like, we don't care for it tonight. It was like 2 weeks after 9/11. So I wonder if people were like, let's not do things. Let's not buy stuff. Let's not play spooky games because the world's real scary right now. So I wonder if that like played a hand
I
in
never
it. Not
thought about
selling
that
great.
at all.
Yeah.
Well, I
didn't
remember it coming out in
think about that at all.
2001, and my brother and I rented it again out of the blue. We're like, "What's this game?" Underage rental.
You played it before I ever did. Then I didn't play it until I was like 05, I think maybe.
Oh yeah, and I had to mute it too. I mean that's how I played Resident Evil 2 for the first time. I could not listen to the audio because it scared the badookers out of
The
me.
audio has inspired me though. I've written so much music because of that.
But anyway, there's a lot of thought. That's why you saw the light of Jesus upon my face for a moment, because my screen went real big.
Yeah.
Because it said, Silent Hill 2 was first released for the PlayStation 2 in North America on September 25.
It literally was 2 weeks after 9/11, wasn't it? I did
Yep.
not realize it was that close.
Yep, and that's
Wow.
they actually had to edit something in Metal Gear Solid 2 because there was an end scene where something was crashing through downtown Manhattan, and it either hit the Twin Towers or it was implied that it knocked them down. Or hit them. Yeah, so they ended up having to ditch that scene. So you just see,
and then that whole freaking game is about a government conspiracy. Oh dear God, the timing, timing.
Really?
Oh
yeah. If anyone hasn't played it, or if, like me, you started on Metal Gear Solid 2 without any context to Metal Gear Solid 1.
That was my first game too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope.
yeah, it was something else, man.
Not for me.
It's a trip, man.
I still have never actually beat the first game.
Going back, I think I had Christmas money that year, and I went back and we found a copy, and it was probably hard to come by because 2 had just come out, and everyone was trying to go back too. It was great. The story was great. It just didn't play well. And then when Twin Snakes came out, it was supposed to be
The
with
definitive
the
version.
definitive version, right? With gameplay of 2 and the story of 1, but then people pooped all over 1 because it seemed too much like a Hollywood.
Box office.
Little did they know who Kojima was.
Right. and apparently when they redid the stuff with Snakes, they had some sort of hotshot Japanese director come in and choreograph all the fight scenes and stuff. And then everyone said in this weird meta way that when they remade Twin Snakes, it was supposed to be some storyline of this is how you train soldiers and this is what happened in this thing. And then the story was exaggerated because, of course, Solid Snake can backflip off of a rocket and kick it into a helicopter and blow him up. And so,
yeah, it's such an
it was
over-the-top
fun,
series.
but yeah, I mean, you also have an undead vampire and a man who possesses another man through his dead arm, and giant anime mech robots in Lower Manhattan, and a Dr. Octopus snake suit, sword katana wielding president.
That's the thing is, if there's ever been a director of anything who's been more obsessed with Western media, it's Kojima.
Mm-hmm.
People I don't think most people, because I haven't played it before, but I'm aware of it. But have you played Metal Gear Solid 4?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
So a lot of people, it actually holds a Guinness World Record. It has the longest cutscene in a video game, clocking in at 71 minutes. It's literally a movie.
Got it. Yeah.
That is insane to me. And
Yeah.
it becomes more obvious every time Kojima releases a game that he wants to be like a film director.
Exposition dump is an understatement for his movie or his movies. Now with Metal Gear Solid 5, everything was kind of crashing down and it hurt inside. For him, it was kind of the opposite, and it made me really dislike 5 because I didn't feel like there was anything really to grasp onto. The gameplay was
he
great.
the one that does the Death Stranding stuff too?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, he's Death Stranding boy. Yep. And PT, him and Guillermo del Toro and Daryl himself were all attached to do Silent Hills. And then,
Norman Reedus.
yeah. And then Konami's
I remember,
"Peace out, Girl Scout." So
I remember Doc going over to your apartment when we used to do DDP yoga. You remember that? Those days.
Those were the days.
And that's when you had an apartment, and you're just like, "Hey, let me show you this horror game." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." And he's like, "I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I just want you to figure it out." And I was like, "Okay." So I was just sitting here and I was going through it.
Please tell me you still have the PS4 with PT on it.
Not anymore.
No.
Bless. Why does no one have it?
I had it for a long time, but
man, That game should have came out. Oh, that game should have came out.
Even if they just re-released the demo of it, I think I'd be content because.
Well, have you heard of the game Dreams on PS4?
No.
It's kind of like an editor game you can make your own games with, and someone has made a pretty faithful recreation of PT on there, and they say it's really good.
I heard that. Yeah.
I almost played it last year on stream, but I never got around to it.
Oh.
I was, well, before my wife and I were married, she came over and spent the night. Actually, I was renting out a room. Shut up. I was renting a room from my future mother-in-law, and Emily and I were in the room playing, and it was, I think, possibly her first time. And of course, the spooks were aplenty. And from the other side of the apartment, my mother-in-law comes in and goes, "Are you all okay?" And we just kind of pointed at this ghost zombie thing shaking our neck in the front of the screen. And as we, fell over, we're like, "We're fine, but we're also dead." So,
do you know how to make someone mad very easily? Just tell them Silent Hills wouldn't have been a good game.
I'd like to think it wouldn't have been a bad game, but it might have been a little overhyped.
I just don't. Okay, for one, we had nothing to go on. If Kojima flat out said that Silent Hills was not indicative, or PT was not indicative of what the game was going to be, then we have literally nothing to go on.
Also true.
And he's also never made a horror game, so we don't know what his pedigree would be for that.
Gosh, could you imagine him making a horror game though? Like,
it'd be weird. He absolutely has a deranged mind.
With Guillermo, I'm sure it would have been like in a direction he could have done it with, because there wasn't necessarily horror elements in Metal Gear, but there were a couple of like
unnerving ones, absolutely
unnerving things, and things that will kind of rattle you, or like fourth wall breakage, especially at the end of the second Metal Gear, and that could have easily been transported over to stuff that happened in PT. But what might have been, man, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, they actually, I don't know. Some people didn't know about this either. They released a kind of like a teaser for the game after PT came out, and it was a pretty unnerving trailer. And if like it was any indication of what the game could have been like, it would have been cool. It wasn't gameplay, but it was like a concept idea.
Was it the head rolling down the hallway thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you were aware of that. See, I had a friend who did not know about that, and I sent it to her.
I had no clue about that.
I'll send it to you. It was really freaky. But like that's the thing.
And it's the same game that PT came from?
I think it was like the concept.
It was supposed to be a concept for Silent Hills, which is what PT was.
Yeah.
But like, it's so crazy to me that PT was literally not even a game as much as it was an online ARG and a concept for a game, but it became so embedded in the zeitgeist that it literally is the reason we have games like I guess now Development Hell, Allison Road, and
Layers of Fear,
and Madison. And what's the other one
Madison
called?
is a wicked
Resident Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7.
Because apparently 7 was in development as PT was getting worked on too, but then when PT got canceled, everyone pointed fingers and said Resident Evil 7 was copying. But from the looks of it, it was kind of a neck and neck thing at the time that both of them were coming out.
Yeah.
So,
what is that game I'm trying to think of? It's very much like Madison. Oh my god, I've played.
There's been a lot of first-person like horror walking simulator kind of.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I think
Madison, I think, would be the scariest game ever simply because there's a VR version, and I don't know if I can handle it.
No god.
Did you play Madison on stream?
No, I've never played it before.
No, I haven't either.
I've
watched somebody else play it, but
that's
visage,
whatever you say.
Sausage.
That one is also like PT, very much like PT.
Outlast, wasn't that one too?
Kind of.
Now I played Outlast and I didn't like it.
Outlast was more, I felt like, inspired by Amnesia.
Okay.
Which did precede PT.
Okay.
I never played any of the Amnesia games.
I finished Dark Descent twice, but I never finished Machine for Pigs or the other two.
There's
they're not
one on
bad.
sale right now. I think the bunker, where it's supposed to be like some sort
Bunker,
of thing in a World War One bunker that you run from or fired or something.
I think that's the one that I tried.
I've gotten
I
tired
didn't get far into it.
of playing. I'm tired of playing horror games where the whole idea is you are defenseless, you cannot fight, you have to run, you have to hide. I'm over it.
It makes it
It's
interesting, but it's
old
kind of
hat.
tiring to do it with every game.
Yeah.
I'm like, you can still have a very tense environment, even when you can fight back. You don't have to make it to where it's because like one thing I will say about Amnesia, there's two methodologies here. There's the games that you were defenseless and you turn around and there's an enemy that grabs you and says you died, versus the ones that can catch you and start beating you and you can run away and try to hide and like resource management and try not to die, where like if you get caught it's not immediately over. I'm more okay with that, but I cannot stand a game where it's like as soon as you're touched, game over, reload, and you just keep dying. There's no fear left anymore.
Like Siren?
Siren?
Yeah.
Siren.
That game is just a
Siren?
different kind of difficult.
I choose you, Siren.
It was super hard.
I played it on stream and I quit. Last October, I gave up on it. It's one of the few games that I gave up on.
I watched someone speed running it, and it was impressive and
Jesus Christ.
hilarious.
Speed running it. I can't even finish it.
My Siri popped up. Trying to figure out what I was saying.
That
don't
that
understand
game,
what the word Siren means.
we'll save some of these. We have a confirmed guest for October 10th, and that night she wants to talk about horror games. I want and because she's a big horror fan, super Resident Evil fan. She has an Ashley cosplay she wants to share with us. So
okay, that's awesome.
yeah, she's a cosplayer. She actually, by the time we do that podcast, she will have judged a cosplay convention in her home state. So we're gonna talk about that stuff. But yeah, she's big into
I like
horror
cosplayers.
games. She's pretty good at it. So, and she's really cool. I've actually
She had the big set of armor for Ashley. I bet that'd be super good.
no, just standard outfit. She does have did a cosplay of I can't think of the character's name from Overwatch. But
I don't know. Is it the Angel Wings lady?
yeah, I can't remember what the name is.
I only see her in the memes. I have literally no idea who it is.
No, she's got some
Yeah,
cool stuff.
I've never played Overwatch.
I played it for a week.
Huh.
But no, she's pretty excited to come on here and talk. So, so yeah, I want to save most of my horror game talk for then. But there was another game I played last year I couldn't finish, but it was actually cool. It was called Saturnalia. You should check that out.
I remember you playing that.
It was
sounds
hard.
like genitalia in my head. I'm sorry I ruined it for you, but
It's an actual festival that does exist, but
Genitalia Festival? What?
that festival goes by many names: genitalia, Burning Man.
Rocky Mountain Oysters.
oh my god.
This is going to get flagged for deletion.
No, we've said way more than that.
Yeah.
What else we got tonight? Oh yeah. So last week we did a little thing where we talked about little things that we appreciated or like they may be like niche or just oddities or things that we enjoyed. I thought a fun topic tonight. What is a weird hobby that you have?
Weird hobby.
Collecting wrestling figures is not an answer.
It's both of our answers.
It is, and don't you tell me it's not. Weird
Fine.
hobby.
What is a second weird hobby that you
All right. Sit down in a thinking chair. I like drawing with my daughter. That's pretty fun. This is sitting on my desk from 2 nights ago.
Robbie, why don't you go ahead while we sit here and think of what's in our rooms, just so we can give you an answer.
I had it here with me. It's in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So my cousin made me this for Christmas one year. He bought me an Ibanez. I think it's called the DX one. Not the DX one.
You know we really can't see you,
TS9.
though, by the way.
You can't. Oh yeah. Well, the stream can.
John Cena, are you there?
The Ibanez TS9 DX pedal, and he made this cardboard box, and he wrote the sauce box on it, and drew all kinds of little things. He drew a. Have you ever seen Bo Burnham's poetry book Egghead? He drew the cover art for that on it. He drew a fidget spinner. I remember when those were a thing. He drew Chubbs the dog. That was our dog at the time. She's still with us. He drew a Fender Strat on one side. But anyway, completely irrelevant. I just had the box here. I collect soda labels because I went to the Coke World back in like 2015, and they had like this. If you've ever been, if you've ever been to it, there's this huge wall with all these old bottles and cans, and I'm fascinated at remembering things that corporations have decided that they don't care if you remember. So, like, do you remember when Powerade had all these flavors back in the 90s, like Jagged Ice and all those things? They had the really cool names. Now it's just Mountain Blueberry or whatever. It's like it's just basic and boring. So I have basically anytime Mountain Dew or Coke or anyone comes out with a new flavor, I will carefully remove the label and I will like save it. And I have this huge box full of labels from all kinds of crap. Got Game Fuels for like the past 5 years. I've got like every mystery flavor of Mountain Dew since 2020. And eventually I'm going to put them in like a scrapbook. But right now they're just in a box because I'm lazy. But it's just cool because you can look back. It's like, oh yeah, I remember when that was a flavor. Because sometimes people don't remember these things. It's like you're both 90s kids. Do you remember Citra?
Yeah.
Citra.
Nope.
It was a Coke product that was around
Surge.
the same. It was around the same time as Surge, but it was a yellow label and it had like a really jagged purple logo. It kind of reminds you of the Rugrats, but it was like a very citrusy drink. It was just called Citra.
No.
Do you remember Fruitopia?
Yes, I do remember Fruitopia.
Fruitopia
Yes,
is pretty
I
much
do.
the exact same thing as Minute Maid juice. It doesn't taste much different at all anymore. But
It was so
Fruitopia
good
not
when it
around
came out of the
anymore?
vending machine, though.
Oh yeah, I remember
our
that.
school had one. I loved that stuff.
So did ours.
But anyway, that's my weird hobby was collecting drink labels.
So mine's probably very similar if we're not talking about wrestling figures. But I am a cigar enthusiast. So I like to smoke a lot of cigars. And I have saved every band of every cigar that I've had. And I keep them in a bag. So I have like 4 or 5 different huge bags of them. And
Wow.
I kept all those bands just so I could go back. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. But
You could roll them into
have
a
'em.
mega cigar. There's probably
I
enough
did
residue
have-
on all of them.
Whenever I was working at a bar in college with you guys, I did have. What was that noise?
I'm hearing music coming out of somewhere.
It's probably my wife watching Downtown Abbey.
Oh, okay.
Down Abbey.
Downtown.
Is it very melancholy violin string
Yes.
sounds?
Yeah,
Very loud too.
I was like,
that
man,
thought.
do I have something
Hey,
going
baby,
on?
keep it down there. I'm trying to do something here. Why don't you bring me a beer and a sandwich while you're at it?
But I
done
had
killed
a,
80 men. Sorry.
no, you're good. I had a folder that I super glued all the bottle caps that I kept, and it was only like a week before I filled that completely thing up. Do you guys remember that?
Bottle cap.
No, I do not
No?
remember that
Okay.
at all.
It was so cool though.
Bottle cap. It's coming up somewhere up there in my brain.
Similar thing.
Remember
to
the
that,
night where I had 5 bottle caps and only 6 bottles?
Yeah, that Viper math wasn't vipering.
Did either of you guys ever work in like a fast food restaurant or anywhere that uses like that thermal paper for receipts?
Yeah.
Do you know how they had like the little black rolls, plastic rolls, and when you're done with the paper, you just throw it away and replace it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, when I worked at Hardee's, I kept those for like 4 years, and I had like an entire like grocery bag full of those little black rolls.
What did you do with them?
Why is my
I
question?
don't know. I thought I was gonna build something out of them one day, and I just eventually threw them in the garbage.
Do you want to build a robot?
Some thermal paper rolls.
Yeah, I used to fling those places all over the place at Walmart when I'd have to change a roll.
What was really cool though is if you when you had them and if you tossed them down, if they hit directly, they would like ting and they'd fly back up and like spin really fast, and you could just like keep bouncing them.
I don't think I ever got it that far. If I had done that at Crystal, the registers were pretty close to the deep fryer, so they would have ricocheted in there in a heartbeat, and that would have been the funniest thing on the planet. But
Dude, we used to grab our deep fryers were like just like 3 feet away from the ice scooper for the drinks, and we would just
Oh
sit
my
around and
gosh.
just get ice cubes and just throw them in there.
oh yeah, now that I think about
People
it,
did that at Cookout all the
too.
time.
It's like
So
the
ice
concept
cubes
of
into the
water and
fryer,
oil
or-
was like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Well, most of the people working there may have been stoned anyway. To be fair,
Most of my coworkers were.
Man,
Yeah.
we had this one guy at Cookout, and we all knew, like everybody knew. But man, he was running that fry station. He was everywhere with those fries. I mean, he was flipping them. He was having a blast, and we're just like, let's just give him his own thing. And I mean, he was going to town on
don't make eye contact. Take the fries directly from the hand.
them. We're just like, let him do his thing. He's in his world, and I mean, he reeked. You know,
I'm in
he's
my element.
funkified.
I used to work with a guy at he had a Hulk Hogan stash, and he was like 6'7", and he was like the skinniest person I've ever seen in my life. And he walked in, and he was like, "Hey, brother."
Let me tell you something, brother.
Let me tell you something. Mean
Always
to you.
had his Hardee's hat on and has his chops.
That's called a Fu Manchu, by the way. The whole little
Yeah.
thing McGillicuddy. So
The Fu Manchu
Yeah.
doesn't go all the way down though.
does it not? I think I tried it once when I shaved this beard off. I don't know if I can pull it off.
I can't. I tried it.
One of these
Then
days, I'm gonna try it again.
I tried the Triple H one too, and that didn't work.
Those were cool, like the Harley Race mutton chops going up to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff, man.
So Matt, what
Yeah, what's
fun
your
little hobby do you have?
Well, I could think of one little thing. My daughter really likes to draw, and I always liked to draw as a kid. Just out of the blue, she'll say, "Hey, do you want to color with me?" or "Hey, do you want to draw with me?" And I had a coloring book or two from when I was a kid around here still that had old like WCW wrestling stuff in it. But I tried to be a little bit more creative than that. And for example, the other night, she pulled out a piece of paper and she divvied up. I know you might be able to see me, but I don't know if I can see y'all reaction. She wanted to divvy up who drew what in a drawing. So the daddy side requests include legs, chest, glasses, shoes, and she marked something out. But then Pookie would draw. Can't read that. Anyway, she drew everything I didn't draw. And then it turned into, I don't know if you can see it again, but it turned into this weird looking 90s little kid.
Nice.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, so I drew half, she drew the other half. And then with my daughter, she said, this guy, his name is going to be Billy Bob, like that country song, Billy Bob loves Charlene. from John Deere Green, an old Joe Diffie song.
I was gonna say you better
God.
you better put Joe Diffie in your mouth right now.
Hey, Joe Diffie is an unsung hero, man. So
One of
Just
the
hope
best
they propped him
Christmas
up by the
albums
jukebox
alive.
when he died.
What's that?
I said I just hope they propped him up by the jukebox when he died.
They better have. That was in the last will and testament. By God, it better have happened.
By God.
But then That was literally 2 days ago with that one. But another one that I kept on the fridge for a long time, and I was pulling off the bulletin board. If you saw me fidgeting with something, we were drawing stuff for my wife. We were painting stuff for my wife, and I think the idea, the task was to create a book cover that she would like more, and she did something with like her favorite color or something. And she was into what I affectionately call dragon smut, which is like these Lord of the Rings, dragon smut.
Yeah.
These Lord of the Rings-esque things, but then all of a sudden there's a big telephone pole weighing involved, and I'll be brutally honest, I read one of the books, but she asked me to, and she was going to read Resident Evil books, the Resident Evil novels, to compensate.
Yeah, but she would enjoy those.
Actually, no, it was kind of like pulling teeth to get her to read one, but I digress. Liz was working on something to appease my wife, and then I thought dragons, and then I thought of Trogdor. So I drew a book with Trogdor on it, the Burninator, which is a strong bad, like Homestar Runner reference. And I was very proud of this because he's got his man arm and the consummate V's on his tail, because that's how you draw Trogdor, because he's got a man arm, like a beefy man arm, because he's a man, or he was a dragon man, or maybe he was just a dragon, but he was still Trogdor. So, and that's why I probably need to be locked up in an insane asylum. But
all right,
there we go. And she didn't even pick my drawing as the best. So I'm still sore over
what
that.
was she thinking?
I know, right?
All right.
Well, boys.
Well, I think we should probably start wrapping it up here. Anyone got any raid outs ideas?
I'll leave that up to y'all, because again, I'm still in the baby phases. Y'all can take the wind beneath your wings and fly to another stream, because I'll follow you.
What kind of raid are you wanting?
Anyone?
You wanting
anyone in mind?
I mean, there's tons of people in mind. Are you wanting a Kirby 64 raid, or you
find something lighthearted and fun and happy, because that's what the world needs, and not
Borderlands 4 raid?
Meh.
No.
Kirby's the winner so far. Give us one more.
Kirby? One more. That's us.
Oh, we should go to us.
Right ourselves. Another round. Let's go.
Super Mario 6. Jamboree.
This stream's held together with duct tape and mayonnaise.
It sure was today.
What was the Mario? Is it 64?
Mario Party Jamboree.
My bunny's on Kirby.
Kirby? Okay.
Kirby.
Do you want me just to put his name in chat?
Sure.
Yes.
That'd be fun.
Because I actually have no clue how to say that.
All right. Ooh.
I call him Masamune. Muse.
Well, we will raid.
There we have our.
I bet it's Massamuse or Metamucil.
Massamuse. Okay. But he's a cool person that I've met recently.
Right.
So.
Cool. We're gonna raid out, and we will be back next Friday. Some of us will. Viper is going back to NetherRealm again for the.
I shall be in chat, though.
Shall be in chat. We are attempting to have our first guest next week. We don't have one lined up just yet. We do have a schedule up for signups, and we have 3 people that have given us dates. One of them is changing. We're trying to get her on next week if we can. Hopefully we can, but we do have some lined up, and we're still building that list. So I hope you'll be back here for that, because that's when the fun of this is really supposed to start. It was when we can start doing these interviews and stuff, and I'm looking forward to it a lot. So I want to get more artsy on here, and
fartsy.
Start just talking about games all the time. But anyway, appreciate being here. If you're catching this live, appreciate you being here. If you're not, well, catch us live. But
Catch me out live. How about that?
We'll be on YouTube on Sunday. Thankfully, we were still able to do this tonight. I did not believe we were going to be able to, but it is now 11:30 p.m. on the East Coast. So I'm wrapping it up here, guys. Let's rate out, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right.
See you guys.
Peace.
See ya.